The new Rocket Balloon event is coming live in-game tomorrow, and today I'm going to show you the best army for every single town hall to maximize your ores. I'm sure you all remember this building from last month with the Super Dragon Spotlight event, but now we've got the Rocket Balloon Spotlight event. But there is one major difference, aside from the troop obviously, from last month's event, and that is the rewards that you see here. No epic equipment. Supercell want us to be able to upgrade our existing equipment because everyone complained about them releasing it too quickly. So you can see amazing deals at the top there. I'm going to be going after that 400 glowy ore quite a few times. So we come into the event part. Well, you got the silver pass and the event pass. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure there is 50% extra ores in this event pass and this silver pass as well. Those numbers look substantially higher than last month. So definitely you can get a whole lot more ores both on this pass you see here and with the event medals to go and purchase it. I'm going to be purchasing a lot of glowy ore. I don't know about you guys. I need that. If you are going to purchase this event pass, make sure you have a creator code in. Ours is code blue and we appreciate your support. It's the same as the Super Dragon event. The rocket balloons not only give you extra medals, I believe it's 50% extra medals, but they also train quicker. So the rocket balloons train super quick. So this army you see here, mass rocket balloon, is so good. So we're going to get maximum value with the zap spells. So I get rid of 2 air defenses and damage the queen, and then you're going to use 1 rocket balloon to try and pull out the CC as I do here. Then we're going to kill it for free. Now Town Hall 9 doesn't often have super troops, so the bases are definitely not set up to stop this mass rocket balloon army. Now, don't get me wrong, if you do zap dragons and bring the rocket balloons, that will undoubtedly be stronger than this army here, because it's an established army. But the reason I'm showing this army here is it's still incredibly effective, but it's far quicker to train, because as I said before, these troops train quicker than normal as part of the event. I believe the rocket balloons are 20-something seconds, which is super duper quick, even quicker if you get the 30% training boost that you get from the event. So by bringing this sort of army here, it takes like 7 or 8 minutes to cook. Let me know if I'm wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure I am right. So we're using all the rocket balloons at the start to clear the core of the base. Then out of the CC, I'm going to bring a golem, then a queen. If you can get a root rider in your CC, bring that. That's far better. But I assumed you could only bring the normal stuff. So we got the baby dragon doing cleanup. So bring a few wizards with this army to clear around the edge. And yeah, these heroes are easily going to clear up the back end of the base. We're going to skip through a couple of seconds. We're going to do an incredibly similar army at Town Hall 10, but we're going to do it in a completely different way. So Zap Quake here, you want to get as much value as possible. Here we're able to kill the queen and 2 air defenses. That's pretty good anti-air value. Now at Town Hall 9, you saw us when we did the army. We used the rocket balloons to clear out the core and then the heroes with the golem to clear the outside of the base. But look, I won't be able to get rocket balloons to the core of this base. These multi-infernos are really tough for our rocket balloons. So I'm going to do a different approach, but that's equally effective, and you can do this at Town Hall 10 as well, where we're going to send our heroes through the core of the base. So you're going to see the jump spell get far more value here, then use the rocket balloons to kind of clear the funnel for the heroes, but also clear out the back end. So nicely done from the baby dragon there. And I want to enter with my heroes kind of where the baby dragon is now. So I'm going to take out the entire top half of the base here to funnel the heroes in. Unfortunately, the 2 cannons just live, so I have to get rid of those. And now we're going to use a minion up the top, get a couple of wizards down the bottom, and any second now, I'm going to begin. I'm thinking about another rocket balloon, but no need. You saw just there, obviously at Town Hall 10, you can bring a siege machine if you want. If you do have it, I'd say bring a stone slammer, blimp, or a log launcher. I had the siege barracks there. That would work as well. I mean, any siege machine would work, but I'm treating this as if you do not have access to siege machines. So we get the wall break to work. I'm patient with my king here. Then we put the jump spell down across the core. Now, if you have the giant gauntlet or the frozen arrow, they would be amazing right here, but I'm using the default equipment just because I assume, well, I give you the worst equipment for this video. It still works. If you have insane equipment, it will definitely work better. I believe the frozen arrow might be in the shop at the moment. Let me know if I'm wrong, but I heard that the frozen arrow's in the shop. If you do want to buy it, it's definitely worth it. So King's coming down on the bottom. If you had the Gauntlet, he would be crushing the core. Going to use the freeze spell on the back end here. Now, you could bring a rage spell if you want with this. I'm not, but you could definitely bring a rage spell, completely up to you. Queen ability goes off. She's taking down the back end, and now we're going to rocket balloon what's left, and that is a clan clash triple. Still plenty of rocket balloons left. I've got the freeze spell left if I wanted, and we're going to get the 3 stars. So that's Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 10, but Town Hall 11, it gets a little bit more difficult for these mass rocket balloon attacks. Let's see what I've got in store for you all. Now we're coming in at Town Hall 11. We're going to bring the E-Dragons here. So we got a baby dragon on one side of the funnel, king and queen on the other. By the way, if you notice there, the king has the earthquake boots instead of the barbarian puppet, because we're not bringing any super wall breakers and we might want him to open up the wall. If you do have access to a siege machine, bring a stone slammer. Would be amazing for this, but I'm just assuming that you might not have access to it, and instead just brought an E-Dragon and Loon in the CEC. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but on the bottom side of the screen, I had 3 rocket balloons come in to get that air defense, and that's the purpose of them in this army. You use Baby Drake one side of the funnel, King Queen the other, and just use the rocket balloons, so you've got 6 of them, so 2 sets of 3, to get rid of any pesky air defenses on the flank. So you see, I'm going to keep freezing for the E-Dragons across the core. And yeah, this base is completely and utterly wrecked. Now, from here on in the video, I'm going to be trying to do a different attack every Town Hall. So it doesn't matter if you're, say, a Town Hall 15, E-Dragons will still work for you there. You'll have a different army comp. But I'm going to show you a bunch of different air attack strategies where rocket balloons will improve your army. On top of that, it makes it sure you get the extra medals, and you get a quicker training time. Even if it's just 6 of the rocket balloons, they train infinitely quicker than these E-Dragons do. E-Dragons are quite slow to train, but with this army, they're going to be getting 3 stars and also being quicker. Win-win, right? At Town Hall 12, we will debut the Zap Dragons on this video. Zap Dragons, exceptionally strong at the low Town Halls. So what do? You get rid of the Inferno with the most other value around it. So 4 Zap, 1 Quake. Get rid of the Inferno, but I also got rid of 4 air defenses that around it. Then you pick an air defense that helps for your funnel. Take that down as well. I also weakened the other multi-Inferno. And then generally you want to go into the Town Hall. As you can see on this base and a lot of bases you see at Town Hall 12, the sweepers don't face the Town Hall because they don't expect you to go straight into it. So I got a baby drag on the funnel. We've got heaps of rocket balloons with this army. Now you'll notice in a lot of these armies, I still bring a couple of regular balloons. That's because the regular balloons come in with the main push, and then you use the rocket balloons on the back end. So here are the dragons. I put the warden down, and I'm about to put down the regular balloons. Notice we've got a lava hound in this army comp, but there's no point in putting it down straight away. I'm going to wait on it for a second. Here it goes, and we're going to pop the warden ability and get the lava hound with it. That will tank for so long across the base, and there it goes. Town Hall goes down, and away we go. Notice we're using the Rage Gem with the warden here. Rage Gem is fantastic with these sort of attack strategies, and then we are going to bring the Stone Slammer. Just use it essentially where your dragons don't go, so it's covering a different part of the base. Here I use it to get rid of the Eagle Artillery. Use the heal spell after the Town Hall, and I'm sitting on the Rage spell here. I probably should have used it earlier, but alas. Now, this attack may look like it's going bad to you, but I still got my Queen running around on the right-hand side, still got the Stone Slammer, and we're sitting on 6 rocket balloons here, and this is what the rocket balloons are so good for. So we use the regular balloons out of the Stone Slammer with the Rage spell to clear it out, and then the rocket balloons are going to clear the flanking defenses. They're essentially like your Royal Champion, but you don't have a Royal Champion yet at Town Hall 12. You will in the next attack we do, but you use them kind of like that. Their job is to clean up the back-end defenses, and despite this hit not looking like an overkill most of it, we have heaps of troops up at the end. I'm telling you, Zap Dragons is OP, and now even more OP that you can use the rocket balloons easily. Coming in at Town Hall 13, and it's time to debut one of my favorite all-time attack strategies, and it is Drag Bat. So we're going to use rocket balloons to set a funnel, because the funnel is everything in Drag Bat. If you can get your dragons to go into the core, you'll very rarely fail. Now, I'm going to use 2 lightning spells to get rid of the sweeper, because we're going straight into this sweeper here, and I don't want any nonsense. Baby dragon behind the rocket balloons, and then we've got a blimp here, and the blimp's job is going to be to take down the Town Hall. King's on the right-hand side. Yet again, I'm still using the default equipment with the King and the Queen, but you'll notice I am using the Healing Tome with the Hydra, the Dragons, and the Dragon Riders on the top side. The Healing Tome is by far the best. And look at this. I haven't used a single spell, I guess, other than Lightning on the two Lightning on the Sweeper, sorry. But these Dragons and Dragon Riders, when they don't have to fight a Sweeper and you've got the Healing Tome, they march. That's the verb I was looking for. They march through the core of the base. Now we've got the bat spells, and look at these bat spells on the outside of the base here. They're going to deal with no defenses at all that are going to trouble them. The Wizard Tower is here. I thought it was going to target the dragon, but as you can tell, it doesn't. But look at this. We're still sitting on our Royal Champion. We get really unlucky. We lose a lot of bat spells to the Tornado there. Just bad timing, honestly. But that's okay. We're still sitting on a couple of rocket balloons. And that's what you use the rocket balloons in this army for. Not only to set the funnel at the start, but if there was, say, a Wizard Tower on the outside of the base, I would have used them to take it down. Essentially, what you use a Ice Golem for, except if you don't if there's no Wizard Towers on the outside of the base, you can still get value with the rocket balloons, as you see here. And we're going to completely swag our Royal Champion. She is insane, but not needed at all here. The bat spells put in a day's work. Rocket balloons are so good with this army, and it doesn't cost you any more Dark Elixir. Now, those Town Hall 11, 12, and 13 armies are all interchangeable. You can use E-Drags at Town Hall 13 if you want. You can use, well, Dragons at Town Hall 11. You can't use the Dragon Riders. But here you're going to see the Super Dragons in action. I don't know which Town Hall you get these, but definitely not at Town Hall 11. So you won't be able to use this much lower, but I'm telling you, Super Dragons are probably the best army in the game that work with the rocket balloons, because with the Super Dragons, you need a funnel. It's crucial. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use a Flame Flinger on one side of the funnel, rocket balloons on the other, and if the Super Dragons get into the core of the base, especially a ring base as you see here, there is really nothing the base can do to stop you. Now, this struggles a bit more at Town Hall 14 because if you bring the rocket balloons and 6 Super Dragons, you don't have that many other troops. But honestly, given how strong this hit goes, you can bring 5 Super Drags if you want, bring a couple of extra rocket balloons and clean up troops and regular balloons, and it will work. Now, this Flame Flinger isn't meant to get insane value. All I want it to get is that air defense there, because you can see the air bow is going to take down the Flame Flinger, and that is fine. So Flame Flinger is getting rid of that. Now we're going to have the rocket balloons on the top side, and 4 is just enough to get rid of the air defense here. Beautifully done. 2 of them get there, and I lied. Hook noob, hook noob. I had no idea I didn't get that down. I thought I did. Well, that makes me feel so much better about this hit because the funnel is terrible and we're still going to make it work. So maybe if you're using this army comp, it would be better to come in and drop a 6th Super Dragon, bring a couple of extra rocket balloons, and clean up troops. I don't even get all these Super Drags in the Warden ability there, but still going to go to work. We freeze both Sweepers here. Another Rage spell coming into the core of the base. Now, you can blimp the Town Hall if you have no Flame Flinger value, but I prefer doing this because we use the Flame Flinger on one side and rocket balloons on the other. We still haven't used our normal heroes. And now, yes, the Super Dragons are going to die out, but they've done their job. The heroes can clear up what's left of the base, and they are going to do it really well. Now, I do not have a Super Wall Breaker in this army. I tried to keep this army as cheap as possible. Obviously, you need this Dark Elixir for the Super Dragons, so I decided that I'm not going to bring the extra, and we bring the Earthquake Boots for the King here, and he opens up the wall. He's also got the Yak, if you want. We got the RC on the top side. Standard pets on this one. Owl on the Warden. You can see the Unicorn Queen, the Lassie on the Royal Champion, and the the poor Yak that died forever ago on the King. And look, we completely wrecked this. Now, I know some of you will be saying, oh, but it's an FC, it doesn't mean anything. I tripled all these first go. Rocket balloons, if you can unlock them, are insane. Or the Super Dragons are insane. Maybe they're both really good. Now, when it comes to Town Hall 15, it's kind of dominated by Root Riders. I thought I could show you guys a really strong air spam army with the rocket balloons, and maybe you would use it, but no. Let's be clear, Root Rider spam is everything. So, I decided to show you all an army comp for for Root Rider spam that has a couple of rocket balloons in it. And maybe you'll see the benefit of it, because the rocket balloons are really good at taking defenses on the outside of the base, and you can use that to funnel your Root Riders into the core. So we come in with the early push here. I forgot to put my log launcher down, but the log launcher is definitely nice here. I generally use the siege barracks with this, unless there is an invis tower, and you can see the invis tower all the way on the other side of the base, and we're going to be able to activate that for free with the help of the log launcher here. Now, you're going to notice the Root Rider push dies out a bit quicker because we are, you know, not bringing as many Root Riders or Valks, but that's okay. That's okay. That's why we've got the rocket balloons here. So that's a wasted heal spell. I don't know what I was thinking there. But what you want to do with this army is you send the RC one side, and then you send the rocket balloons the other. And that way you can cover up the flanking defenses on both sides of the base. Yes, it looks expensive, and it is a little bit expensive, but it clears out all of this, helps take down the scanner shot here, which is huge, but it's going to push my queen towards the town hall here, and that is amazing. Now, I do use the giant gauntlet. This is the first time in this video that I am using the epic equipment. By the way, my queen did not go to the town hall. Rip. But this is the first time in this video I'm using the epic equipment on the king and the queen, because a lot of the people at town hall 15 and 16 have it. If you don't, you can still use this, but I mean, get it. Buy it in the shop when it's there. Even with the rocket balloons here and getting questionable value, maybe you didn't think it was worth it. I do, but I can see why you wouldn't think it is. Still extremely strong for the record, bringing the hog puppet with the RC here and the Seeking Shield. Swag that rage spell. This base is wrecked. You can still use rocket balloons with Root Riders. And now we come to Town Hall 16, and I'm going to bring the double overgrowth version of Root Rider Valk spam. Exact same army comp as the last one, but changing up the spells a little bit, because we're coming in on a ring base here, and we all know, whilst it is a tad risky some of the time, the double overgrowth method of hitting rings is insane. It is so easy to triple doing this if you follow this. Now, this army is stronger with super bubs, but I figured we're going to keep this without super troops. Technically, you have the rocket balloon, but you don't have to pay for that anymore. So we'll see what value the rocket balloon gets at the end of this attack, or all the rocket balloons get. By the way, that right there is my favorite trick to do. Warden some headhunters and have them run past spell towers. Notice I activated both of the poison spell towers there because my headhunters that were invincible went ahead and pulled them. It's my favorite little thing to do, and I can't really recommend it enough. Now, we got an unfortunate split here, so I decided to send my Royal Champion early. This was really dumb, and that's why I kept this attack in the video, because I execute this attack horrifically, and we're still going to get the 3-star. Is it going to be thanks to the rocket balloons? I guess you'll see in a second. We got the Royal Champion. I use a Rage with her and the Hogs. We're using the Haste Vial and the Hog Puppet on her. And we get all the way up to the Monolith, and look at this. The base is gone. I've still got the King and Queen ability. We're still sitting on 8 rocket balloons, and this right here is what I'm using the rocket balloons for. We're going to use it at the end to get rid of these scatters and make the core even easier. Yeah, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. At this point, I was laughing so hard. I was like, oh, maybe it's not worth it at all. I still wrecked the base, though, and that right there is the point of this. You can still 3-star by hamstringing yourself. Take out 64 troop space for the rocket balloons. That's fine. You can still get the 3-star with this army. I am going to say, if you are going to use this army comp, use the rocket balloons to take out, say, the back-end monolith that you saw at the top of the base. So on the far side from where you enter, use the rocket balloons there. Do not use them in the core. They are terrible, but don't worry. If you execute the army right, you can still get the 3 stars for it. So there is the best army for every town hall level in the Rocket Balloon event. Enjoy the event, get all the ores in the world. You're going to need it for the epic equipment in the future.